Georgia Southern Athletics here with head coach Chris Vozab as the Eagle women's basketball team on a tour of travel headed to the wintry weather of North Carolina this weekend. Coach, you mentioned that you've been practicing hard with your team. It's been a good week, a great win on Sunday to carry through, but tell us about this weekend's games against UNCG and Monday night against Elon.
Sure. Well, UNCG is a very athletic team that does a really good job in transition. They get a lot of their points in transition. Their freshman point guard, Lucy Mason, is a very prolific scorer, and they've got a strong, solid post player down low. So we've been working a lot on our transition defense, making sure we identify drivers and scorers in transition, and we've really continued to focus a lot on us and our execution on both sides of the ball.
Well, Coach, you've not really had the opportunity to play very much at Hanner Fieldhouse. We know after this weekend you'll be back a little bit more home sweet home in Hanner Fieldhouse for the Eagle women's basketball team. Another big Southern Conference weekend this weekend, and you've been taking one game at a time, but tell us a little bit about how you're managing this time on the road with UNCG and then Elon on Monday night.
Well, we're very focused right now on everything we have to do for the Saturday game, and then after that we'll shift our focus to a Elon team who's playing very, very well right now that has a lot of scoring threats also. So we're definitely, as a staff, obviously we have assistant coaches who scout a game or two ahead who are really sharp on all of our game plans, but with our players right now, our focus is entirely on Saturday afternoon.
We talked about it a little bit before. This has actually been a good time. 2 weeks, 3 games in about a 2-week span of time. You've been able to work on some things, put some things back into practice that you haven't had time to do since the beginning of the season. Has this time, without so many games stacked up, helped your team?
I think it's been huge. Our players are really starting to get a confidence and an ownership in what we do, and it's been fun this last week in practice to watch our players make a lot of the adjustments on the offensive end and really learn where one another are when we drive, and just some good momentum on both sides of the ball this week.
Well, Coach, we know that you were really working on the defensive part of the ball, started working on the offensive side, and those things are starting to come together probably at exactly the right time for your team. What are some of the things you're most looking forward to about this weekend?
Well, our biggest thing for our team and what we've kind of challenged our team with is to play with an edge and a confidence for 40 minutes. I think that we've been getting better at doing that at home, and we need to do it on the road as well. We have to understand that these teams are going to make runs, and we've got to be able to stay strong and bounce back with a run of our own. And we've been really talking about having the competitive toughness on the road as well as at home.
Well, Coach, we can't wait to see the scores come out of North Carolina this weekend. Best of luck, and we'll see you back at Hanner Fieldhouse for February 2nd.
Thanks, Rose.